Alright, footy fans, get ready to join the chat as we talk everything about footy. Here at the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Here are your hosts, P.J. and Breno.
G'day, footy fans! This is the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Welcome to another exciting episode. Round 27, the final round of the NRL 2024 season. It's here, and we have all of our tips coming up, so stay tuned. Get ready for them. We're your hosts. I'm Breno, and here I am with PJ. How you going, mate? Good footy last week?
How we doing? Can you believe it's the last? I know I've been doing this for the last few weeks, but can you believe it's actually
It is
the
actually
last
the last round today.
It's the last time I'm going to see my team play this year. It's a very sad moment, but what a second last round. The results were just off the hook. Everyone had a chance to make the semis. Now we've got an 8th place playoff. We've got a spoon bowl. It's all happening. I can't wait to get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. We've got a bit to go through today, so let's get into it.
We certainly do.
All right, let's check out the results for round 26.
Yeah, so the Storm rested a lot of players, and the Cowboys came to play. They made it difficult on themselves, let's be honest. But the Cowboys getting up in that one, 38-30. We both went Cowboys 1-12. Bing, bing. Yeah. We got that one right. Kyle Feld, I thought, had a really great game. 2 tries in the first half.
Sure did.
Really did well. Jeremiah Nanai was another one for me as well. A lot of really good stats for him in that match. What do you think of it?
Yeah, awesome game. And we got the tip right too. I actually tipped the Cowboys and they won. Yoo-hoo!
It's a miracle.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
So I think Storm lost Pappenhausen as well after 15 minutes. And big effort there by the Cowboys to hang on.
Yeah, 18-16 half time. The Storm were absolutely in that one.
Yeah.
But just too good, the Cowboys, against basically a Storm reserve grade team. And that took us to the Friday night game, the early one, the match, PJ's match of the round, the Bulldogs and Manly. I really thought this one would be a cracking, edge of your seat, 80-minute contest. And when Reid Marnie scored in the first minute, I thought, holy cow, here we go. But Manly kind of blew them away from that point on. Bulldogs got a good try actually, Adokar, to get them back close, but Manly just too good on this occasion.
Yeah, a bit of trouble for Manly coming in the finals too. Lost Turbo and Saab in that match.
Did you see the blood?
Yeah. It's
like that scene in remember Jurassic Park? There's so much blood. And they were grabbing him.
And he's just sitting there letting it piss out. It's like someone put your finger in it. Oh, they stop the blood. It's just kept going.
Yeah, AC joint. He's out this week. They reckon he's back next week, but I'm going to call maybe not. But considering Manly are probably going to be in an elimination final next week, there's a chance they're going to bring him back early and injure him again.
No.
But Manly were up 24-12 at halftime. They were looking very good. But that's the Bulldogs right now.
Yeah, last week they looked good. They were hot. They were doing smoke shows down the main street. And then this week, we're burnt out around the corner.
Doing burnouts with the white walls. And now we're jumped around the back of Padstow. It's just been a tough game for the Bulldogs. In fairness, they've been amazing.
Absolutely.
For a solid 6 weeks. Yeah, it's a bad miss. I saw Serraldo said yesterday in the media that it's something we can fix straight away. He's not concerned at all. They'll be back and better for it. So Bulldogs fans can be confident and still pretty happy where they're positioned. And that took us to the Friday night game, my boys. Yeah. Hey, Tyrone Munro. Sadly, his mother passed away and his uncle last week. So Rabbitohs wearing black armbands, and Tyrone Munro scored 2 tries and looked pretty happy about it too. And obviously our well beaten South Sydney team. Yeah. Penrith were pretty average, I thought, for large parts of that game, but they just got too much class against the amount of players South are missing at the moment. Kaloa Matangi got a sin bin late in the game. Ridiculous. But yeah, Panthers secured that one. They're up in the top 3. I think they're 3rd now. Let's look at the points table later. We can figure that out.
Yeah, we'll look at this.
What do you think of this one? No surprises, right?
No, not really. The Rabbitohs did all right. They hung in there. There was a bit of spying happening in the grandstand though. The undercover Wayne Bennett apparently spotted scoping out South's team. Who's going to be coaching next week.
Coaching two teams. I can hear Rothfield now. He's coaching 2 teams. Yeah.
Go the Spectacles. They're pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. You reckon it's like one of those Mission Impossible moments where he pulls off the face and it's Wayne Bennett's face underneath?
It looks like Wayne Bennett. It's very,
looks so
very
much
canny.
like Wayne Bennett, especially from the side. When he turned to the side, I'm going, is that Wayne Bennett? And then at the front on, he's like, I'm like, no, it's not.
No, yeah.
No, but we both went Panthers 13 plus, and we both got that one up. And then on Saturday, the early game, I don't how do we even begin to describe 44-40? Breno, help me. I can't even begin this one.
Let me finish my drink. Right. It's crazy. The Eels flew off to a massive start. I thought, here we go. What's going on here? They're not supposed to do this. They're down the bottom. 44-12 with 10 minutes to go.
44-12.
But did you see the Dragons got a massive spray off the coach in the halftime? Of course they would.
26-6, mate. It was 26-6 Parramatta.
What are you
dead
doing?
last at that point because the West Tigers already had the bye. They were smoking dead last.
Yeah.
And the Dragons are in with a finals chance. They just got to win against last. And they pull that out of the fire. Gee whiz. You'd be disappointed if you're a Dragons fan this week. But as Breno said, 11 to go. It was 44 points to
12, yeah.
12. 44-12. Then Matt
back.
Feeney scores in the 69th. Tyrell Sloan scores in the 72nd and the 76th. Matt Feeney scored in the 77th and the 79th. Dragons nearly snatched it. But with Newcastle winning Sunday, and we'll get into that, that was the end. They are Miss Finals now.
Yeah, Miss World, Miss Universe. No, Miss Finals.
Miss Finals. You should have had a Dragons cheerleader there at least.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, well done, Para, though. That was a great effort to now set up the Spoon Bowl. Good luck in that.
Yeah. Well done. Is the world under Para letting in 28 points in 11 minutes?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Geez, did they switch off? And in fairness, the coach, Trent Barrett, took all these better players off because the game was won. That would have been hilarious seeing his face if they had actually lost that game.
Whoops.
Like, fair dinkum. Talk about not having a clue.
Lomax and Hunt, though, they really turned it up in that 10 minutes. They were every time they had the ball every 2 seconds, and that's why they got up, almost beat them or caught up to them. But
and you got Sloan and Feeney, right? So they're playing wide backline, sweeping plays, and getting in the corners. It's just but Benny Hunt. I mean, it was just too much, too late, too little, too late. You know? Sad.
Another 5 minutes, I might have got there.
Another 3 minutes they would have got there. I tell you now, another 3 minutes they would have won that game.
All right, we'll head into Bennett Bowl, Battle of Brisbane, whatever you want to call it. The Dolphins put a spanner in the works of the Broncos. Finals hopes as they totally annihilate them, 40-6, making sure. Also, Suncorp is the graveyard for the Broncos this year, losing more than what they've won this year. The only team in the comp that's actually played at the home 14 times this year out of the 24 games. Dolphins twice and Magic Round, of course. But a big thank you now for setting up the 8th spot duel with the Knights playing the Dolphins for the last 8th spot.
What a game, honestly. Again, like the Dragons, the Broncos have got it in their hands. They just got to beat their rivals, and they are Miss Finals. They're Miss Finals too. Herbie Farnworth, I thought, played spectacular. Tabu Waifado, 2 fantastic tries. Jake Avarillo, really strong first half, 2 tries there as well. And 2 sin bins in that one. I'm trying to remember the Kafusi one. I think it was fair. It's Kafusi, so it was probably fair. And the Xavier Willison, 24-6 halftime. Dolphins just controlled it from there. Brisbane season over Red Rover. I said this 4 weeks ago. Kevy kept saying, but there's a chance. But there's a chance. We'll make the finals. There's a chance. I said it 4 weeks ago. Broncos were gone. I'm right all along.
Kevy,
Kevy.
Kevy, say the line, Kevy. We will play
Kevy.
Finals. Yay!
Play finals.
Nope.
Kevy, you won't be playing finals, buddy.
No. Yeah, there's the Broncos.
Very sorry to say.
Broncos in round 25 doing well, and then Broncos round 26.
Yeah. In fairness, 30 to 24 against Parramatta, who were last at the time. That should have been ringing alarm bells. They did not come out prepared for that game. The Dolphins blew them away. Absolutely astounding performance. Wayne Bennett dancing, missed the menu log after the game. Oh, very good. Very good. I love it.
I've probably got another 1,000 memes there that popped up after the Broncos losing that game. But anyway.
So many funny ones.
Here's another one, Dave. I've seen someone in the crowd. I am Kafusi's barber. You need another job.
Yes. Or spectacles.
You're sacked.
I'm not sure if she needs another job or just some glasses. That was a really funny
razors
one.
it was good.
Yeah.
What happened in the other games? That was a bit of fun. Sean Johnson's last game in the NRL. Anyone would have thought he wrote the script of this game as well. Warriors come from being down at the break. The Sharks in front, 22-4, turning it around, running the Sharks down and beating them right on the buzzer, 30-28. Johnson's going out a winner, even though he missed the last kick. Etched his name in the Warriors' history as his top scoring. And he's going to be hard to beat, I think. Anyway, Sharks now needing to dig deep coming in the finals. Also, Shaky is... Nico's salute to his supporters. What's going on here, PJ?
I saw this one, mate. So there's been a lot of pressure online from Sharks fans that they're doing better without Nico. And he's gone over to the fans and given him a big yushka to his own fans after he scores.
That's just dumb.
That made the score... Oh, sorry, it was 22-4. The try was actually disallowed.
Yeah.
But they led 22-4 at halftime. They did this last year, 26-12. The Sharks led at Shark Park against the Warriors and let them come back and win 32-30. 22-4 this time, let them come back and win 30-28. I was astounded. I thought the Sharks were in it. Yeah. I thought the Sharks were gone. And then the Sharks get that try through Stone Street with 10 to go. And I'm like, here we go. Sharks are going to hold on for this one. And then we're 10A's a Lesniak. Say that when you've had whiskies.
I can't say it.
Scores his third try in the 80th minute. Don't believe the NRL website says 79th. It was the 80th minute. 80th minute to give them the win.
Yeah.
Astounding.
Yeah, they've done well.
Ruining the Sharks' chances of a top 2 finish. Sharks win that. They are playing the Roosters at home. Technically, I don't know if the NRL would have allowed that because their stadium fits 8 or 9 people. You know, but now they're playing away in Melbourne. That's a big step down, man. Yeah, that's a really tough draw. But I mean, they got to hope some result goes their way.
Yeah, hopefully they'll stay in the top 4 and they'll at least get another chance if they do get Melbourne and bow out.
Yeah, I think they'll stay in the top 4. I just don't want to come 4th. I actually probably prefer to come 5th than 4th with the because you're going to get beat up by Melbourne in Melbourne, you know, and then you got to try and recover the next week against whoever's coming up. So yeah, it's a tough one for Sharks. They need to get into 2nd or 3rd. The Roosters had a catastrophe in injuries, but we'll talk about that soon. That wasn't the result the Sharkies fans wanted. Very disappointing.
So who's a lucky boy then? I think Sean Johnson's definitely a lucky boy. There was a super fan of SJ's in the crowd, and hard to believe it was actually his wife who had this sign up during the game. "You be scoring tonight." They flipped it around and it's like, I still get to play with Sean Johnson. That was a classic. I couldn't believe it was
very
his wife.
funny.
That is... Yeah, really cool.
Yeah. After last week's sign,
yeah,
I still get to play with my Johnson.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah, something like that.
That was a very funny sign from his missus. So well played, Mrs. Johnson. Very, very nicely done. We thought that was very funny.
All right.
We had Sharks 1-12, mate. And then the Warriors.
Yeah, boo.
I'm going to hold my beer.
Yeah.
I'm in. Whooshka.
Oh, well.
Yep.
Knights had everything go their way with the Broncos and the Dragons losing, giving them a crack at the final 8 spot. It was up to the Knights to do their thing at home, and boy, did we make a statement. Defeating the Titans again in Newcastle 36-14, setting up the top 8 showdown. What should I say? The top 8 duel against Dolphins. Probably a packed out stadium.
You know what you mean.
Yeah. A little bit excited.
It was awesome.
There was a point where the Titans begin to come back as they switched off. They got back on track and getting the job done. Ponga back at his best and best at his best as well. He's back on the team.
Oh,
he played well.
I mean, that early try to Fafita, I was going, oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Are they going to do what the Dragons and the Broncos did and just fair them not turn up? But then Kalen Ponga scores a double in the first half, gets him to that 12-4 lead. And then who the hell, I've got to ask you, Breno, who the hell's Fletcher Sharp?
Fletcher
I've
Sharp.
asked you before. You should have done some research by now. 3 more tries. The guy's a weapon.
Trick. Yeah, I think it's his 4th hat trick of the year. He's smashing it.
Weapon.
Absolutely.
Who is he? Where's he from? Is he a junior or?
He's come up through the juniors through Cessnock. Yeah, he's a Newcastle boy.
Wow.
So we need to hang on to this guy. Throw some money at him.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, but Jalen de Groot got a try. I am Groot. He got a try in the 69th minute, but it was already the Knights game, and then Leo Thompson just sealed it on full time.
Leo Thompson absolutely poleaxed him, ran straight through him to score that try.
Flattened him, yeah. But my family were actually at this game, Breno. My cousin Katie, g'day Katie, and Michael.
There we go.
I hope you're all good. They were out at the game. There they are, giving the double V for victory for the Knights. It's little Olive and
Chance.
Archer there in his cool sunglasses and his try sign. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. I've heard they're going to be back at Newcastle Stadium this weekend for the big 8th place playoff. So I hope they really enjoy it. It was good to see them out there.
Good to see some of your family's got some taste.
Oh, that's really mean. But they are the local team.
The Raiders have claimed back-to-back wins against teams in the top 4 after downing the Roosters 14-12 in dramatic fashion. Too bad it's too late. With the win to the Knights early in the day, realistically ending Canberra's hopes of finals. It was an eventful opening half with the football, with injuries to key players on both sides. And Elliot Whitehead having a bunch of brain snaps during the game, being put in the bin twice. Also ending Brendan Smith's year, and possibly the Roosters with his dumb hip drop. Not all his fault. I think Brandon did take off after the tackle was already affected. So anyway, just a reaction. But also gone Sam Walker, Victor Radley, Wera Hargraves is still out as well. Roosters are depleted and at the wrong time of the year too.
Yep. Yeah, very sad for a South Sydney fan to see their result on the weekend. But I never cheer for injuries. Sam Walker, that was a bad one. You could see that just the way he got in, he got his body in the wrong shape, and it just you don't want anyone to get an ACL. No. He was devastated. He's on the verge of signing some huge contract, we're hearing. The media's been $1 million man, $1.2 million. I saw an article yesterday saying the Roosters are going to stick by their $900,000 deal. I'm like, what? 900,000? I thought it was 1.2. More brown paper. You need to put some brown paper bags here, man. Brown paper bags for Sam Walker, fair dinkum. But Brandon Smith, I don't even think that was a hip drop. I really don't. I watched it 10 times.
Yeah, it was weird. I guess it was. And now technically it was, but it shouldn't have even happened. Yeah. He should have just got up and played the ball, not try and run off. Like, that was just dumb.
Yeah, that was not a hip drop. He's got 3 weeks now because unfortunately Brandon Smith did get injured.
That's the end of his career.
You know, that's an injury suspension, not a foul suspension. That I don't believe that was even a hip drop, to be completely honest. But Elliot Whitehead, I don't know what he was thinking trying to kick the ball. Was it Angus Crichton's hands? He's holding Angus Crichton and trying to kick the ball.
It's like, I'll get it with my foot. Oh my
Yeah.
God. That's what
Oh,
I mean.
I'm going to knock it loose with my
brain snaps the whole game.
That's what I mean. But again, is that 10 in the bin? Clearly a penalty. But is that 10 in the bin? I don't think that's 10 in the bin.
No, well,
No one's. He may have injured his pinky slightly. It's not really what we're trying to stamp out of the game. I've never seen it in 5 years.
No, it was bizarre. But
it's a
but
weird
still,
one.
When you look at it, I know we don't like talking about different codes, but in soccer, if you do that, you get a red card and you get sent off.
Oh, that's a red card. Yeah, it's a very different game.
It's all it would have taken is them to slip or someone else to run in. Someone gets a stud in their face and split them open.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, but it was 10-2 at halftime. Raiders looking sound. Roosters directionless. As soon as Sam Walker went off, they had no idea what they were doing.
Yeah, had nothing.
They were gone. Straight away, you could see it, but then they pulled out a late try from Tupou, and then they got one right on full time after Luke Keary kicked the penalty goal a minute earlier, but he missed it from the sideline, and 14-12 was the end result on that one. Shattered for the Roosters fans. But anyway.
All right, let's check out the ladder.
Well, look at the points table. Oh, wow. Look at that. So the Sharks, 36 points in fourth. They're well ahead of the Bulldogs and the Cowboys, so they're guaranteed fourth spot.
Yeah, good.
They'll be wanting to sneak into third or second. Roosters with the injuries. We'll have a look at their lineup shortly. But Roosters with the injuries, I'm not suggesting at all that Souths have got eight players out still, or any chance even with a depleted Roosters team. They're going to have more players than we do. But Sharks will be cheering for South Sydney on Friday night, I'll tell you now.
For sure.
Yeah. And then the top 8 bowl, mate. Dolphins are there.
We can talk about this very
Dolphins
soon. Yeah, I'm excited.
are there. The Knights are almost there. And the Knights get the home game in the last round versus Dolphins. Who would have predicted that it would have worked out that way?
It's been scripted that way. That's what was meant to happen.
It's amazing. But yeah, the Dragons, hang your heads in shame. Like absolutely disgraceful on the weekend. Yeah. Broncos, you can put your head there too. Raiders, a little bit of pride. But, before the last couple of wins, they really let a couple of games slip that would have had them in the top 8, the Raiders. So
the Dragons and Raiders still have a chance. Just got to expect Dolphins and Knights to draw. They've got a good chance.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's going to be a close game, but can you imagine? Oh, yeah. Can you imagine
if it was a draw?
If the Dragons get in because these two draw?
That happens, I won't be.
That would be devastating. I tell you now, that would be devastating.
Let's not talk about it anymore.
Yeah, the Bunnies in 15th. They're guaranteed 15th, which is awesome. Although if the Eels win, if the Eels win, we can slip the second last. Sad days for the Bunnies fans, and the Eels and Tigers, they'll play out for the Spoon Bowl. We'll talk about that shortly.
Yeah. All right, let's go check out what we did in our tips, or do we really want to look at our tips?
Well, the tips were terrible. I'm guessing most people had a terrible week.
So many upsets. 3. Wow.
And I'm 2 ahead, Breno. I need to ask.
Yeah.
I'm 2 ahead. Are we doing semis?
I don't know. I go through the ESP, and we could do. Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, we'll keep it going.
Are we doing semis? We are.
Yeah, we may as well.
Okay.
We'll probably tip the same anyway.
Yeah, well, the semis get a bit easier, don't they?
Yeah,
but,
you want to think
I'm 2 points ahead of Breno. We both got 3 out of 8. We actually had the exact same tips this week.
Even the margins,
because we're footy experts and we know our stuff.
Don't tell them that.
And that's clearly what happens when you know your stuff.
Yeah, you get 3.
So, a lot of upsets. Yeah, we really, that was a lot of those results I just didn't see coming. Manly was always an either way game. I really thought the Dragons and the Broncos would win. Really thought the Sharks would win, and I don't know anyone who tipped the bloody Raiders. Like, let's be honest, that was a shock and a half, that one.
Yeah, that's done it 2 weeks in a row now, though.
Yep.
All right. I guess we should check out what's happening in round 27.
Do that.
I went the wrong way.
Do it. Do it.
Try that again.
Is Nico's like, is it already round 27? It's amazing how quick this season's going. That's what he's doing, right?
I think so.
Ta-da! I'm back from injury.
All right, let's check out what's happening in round 27. It is the final round, as we've well established right now. All right, we head over to Suncorp on Thursday night at 7:50 for the Broncos and the Storm. Bit of a dead rubber. Broncos are gone. Storm, they're number one. Can't take them out. Broncos paying $3.85. Like I said, it's the graveyard this year. They haven't won many at home.
12 men back in for the Storm. They're going full strength. They're only really without Ryan Pappenhausen, who got injured last week. Did you hear how he's going?
I don't know.
Is he going to be back for finals?
I only just realised that he was out before when I mentioned it before. He's out.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened to him.
Sualavi Farlogo, he's been really good when he's come in and played fullback. So the Storm are going to lose nothing. 12 players back in. Storm 13 plus guaranteed for sure.
Yeah, I've got.
Put your money on it.
Plus, yeah.
Yeah. Broncos just to get murdered.
Yeah, Broncos.
Hashtag murdered.
Missing Stags, Payne Haas.
Hashtag end of season. Yeah, Reece Walsh still isn't back.
Yeah, they're already gone to
the 5'8's out. Ezra Mam's out. They're missing a few as well. It's not going to be a good final game of the season for the Broncos.
All right, ladies and gentle peoples, let me introduce you to the hottest ticket in town. It is the Spoon Bowl. It's here.
Spoon Bowl.
Loser takes it all. They take all the spoon. That's what they take. So Tigers up against the Eels. Tigers are paying $2.27. Eels $1.64. This is a sellout game. It's going to be massive. It's the game of the year, I reckon.
Game of the round, surely. Game of the round. Maybe the Knights Dolphins. I'll go game of the round.
That's what I'm calling this one. This is the game of the year, I think.
Game of the year. You've got Parramatta, who almost gave up a 28-point lead last week, up against the West Tigers, who are just going, no, we refuse to come last. No, enough is enough.
They don't want
We're coming, baby.
The three-peat.
I think this might be the only game in the season I've tipped the West Tigers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going Tigers. I'm going 1-12.
Well, yeah.
I think they'll hang on and win this one.
After last week, I'm taking Eels 1-12 after the way they played. But Tigers, especially at home, and they might just fire up and go, no, we don't want this third spoon. Stick that where it fits.
Yeah, they just look like they just won't accept winning it, you know? And I like people who won't accept winning.
Is it winning it or is it losing it or is it...
Won't accept coming last is what I'm saying.
If you
it's
win,
a reversal, but yeah.
If you win the Spoon Bowl, is it a win or is it you don't?
No, you've got to. Yeah, if you lose the Spoon Bowl, you've won the spoon, but it's definitely a loss.
It's a loss.
This is the prize you don't want to win. Remember a couple of years ago, I don't know if you have footage, but a couple of years ago, all the fans and West Tigers were throwing the spoons on the field.
Yes. Yeah.
Insane.
I've seen one. There was one on the footy show years ago. I can't remember who it was. I think Darryl Broman. He went from the club that had the wooden spoon the year before. He walked or got something, did something, and took it to the next club. I can't remember who it was, but that was pretty funny.
Poor big man.
So here's the tally for all the teams that have gained wooden spoons over the years. So
Western top five,
they're top in something. So this is interesting because Western Suburbs Magpie, obviously they're part of the joint venture with the Tigers, so they're the worst. But I suppose they've been there since the start.
What's the asterisk mean?
Asterisks, I'm not too sure. I'd have to go back and have a look, but it might be. I don't know.
Bulldogs have an asterisk and Storm have an asterisk. I don't believe anyone else cheated the salary cap, but I know they both came last from the salary cap rorting days. But yeah, I don't know why Western Cumberland would have an asterisk. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Western Suburbs Magpies live on.
So West Tigers have had 2 over there on the right, and Balmain's had 4, so they've had their fair share, these teams, anyway.
Yeah, wow. We will see what happens.
Yeah, should be good.
I'm looking forward to that one. But yeah, West Tigers 1-12 for me.
All right, then we head over to Accor Stadium on Friday at 8 p.m. It is the Rabbitohs taking on the Roosters. Rabbitohs 15th, Roosters 3rd. Rabbitohs paying $3.90. That's actually shortened a bit. It was $5 yesterday when I was looking at it. But now all the Roosters players falling off, like they've had bird flu or something. But they're paying $1.26.
$1.26 favourites.
So, Brandon Smith's out, Tupou's out, Butcher's out, Walker's out, and Radley's out.
Yep. I heard the other Butcher was out too. Oh, he's already not on the list, but anyway, he's out as well. I'm also hearing Joseph Suaalii, because we have to say everything weird now. I heard he's a chance of making the game. They've named him, but he's an outside chance is what I'm hearing. So there is a chance that they've just chucked him in there to make him look a little bit stronger, and then he'll be a late withdrawal out of the team. No Tupou, big loss for the Roosters, getting injured in that last play. I've got to go Roosters 1-12. I can't see South winning. We've got no Jack Wyden, but we fire up when we play the Roosters sometimes. So I'm hoping that we fire up. I remember a game not long ago, Breno, I was driving out to ANZ Stadium for a last round match against the Roosters on a Friday night. I picked up my sister and my mum. We're driving out there and we're going, we don't want to go. We don't want to go to this game. This is going to be a terrible game. They're going to smash us and yada, yada, yada. I sat down watching the game. A Roosters bloke comes up as Brett Morris, I think it was Brett Morris, scored in the second minute. Scored a try, and he comes up to me and he goes, "Oh, you're in for a rough night, buddy," and messes up my hat. The Rabbitohs beat him 60-8 that night. It was one of the greatest football moments of my life, and I was driving there going, I don't want to go, but I'm bloody loyal. I keep turning up.
I hope you gave him shit on the way out.
Mate, I over-celebrated.
He disappeared, did he?
He sat beside me, actually. He sat beside me with his Rabbitohs mate, and he had about 100 beers before he got there. He was plastered.
That sounds familiar.
And he had about 10 more beers, this Roosters bloke, while he was watching the game. And I just over-celebrated everything and kept cheering and carrying on and jumping up and down and doing all my thing. And on the way out, he went, "Yeah, good game, buddy. You did well." Yeah. It was awesome, but I'm hoping we get some kind of miracle like that again.
Well, you'd be pleased to know I've actually tipped the Rabbitohs.
Ooh!
So, I've got it here in my notes. I think I've gone to press 1-12, but I've actually gone 1-112, so I've got it covered.
1-112.
Yeah,
and there's a special moment in this game. I don't know if you can... I've got the picture there, but Ron Coote was awarded the immortal status. Yep. The Roosters had a huge celebration for him on the weekend, which I thought was wonderful. I have no idea why the South Sydney Rabbitohs didn't do it at their game this weekend because it was a home game, but nothing. And now we've got a Golden 8 jersey, which used to be the Locks number was 8. Okay, and Tallis Duncan is playing lock, and he'll be wearing the Ron Coote Golden 8 as a tribute to Ronnie Coote, the South Sydney player, Roosters fans, the South Sydney legend, Roosters fans, that won all those premierships before Manly and Roosters fought the South Sydney team at the end of 71, and they won the next 4 grand finals between them. So, great way to honour a South Sydney legend. I'm not quite sure why South took so long to do it.
I'm surprised the NRL allowed a different coloured number on the back.
Yeah, so he'll be in a gold 8, and everyone else will be in, I think, the black or the white. I forget what it is. Yeah. But yeah, really cool. There's a picture online. Roosters 1-12.
We then head over to Cogra at 3 p.m. on Saturday. Dragons take on the Raiders. Dragons are 10th, Raiders 11th. Raiders actually paying $2.30, and Dragons paying $1.62. Probably another non-event game because it's not going to make any impact on any finals unless, like I said before, unless the Knights draw with the
Knights
Dolphins.
And the Dolphins draw.
Let's stop saying that.
The winner of this gets through. This is absolutely a live game. That game doesn't happen till the last game. This game is the eighth place playoff. That's the way they've both got to look at it.
The winner's going to be sitting here like this on Sunday.
The winner's going to be sitting there just going, give me a draw, give me a draw, give me a draw, give me a draw, equal. They'll be walking around with equal signs on their shirts all done. Just draw it up. But Dragons, I've got no faith. I'm sorry. Dragons are at home. Yeah. They're playing at Net Strata Jubilee. Technically, there's 1,000,000 to 1. I think they said on the media today it was a 5,000 to 1 chance. I don't know how that is because we have more than one draw every 5,000 games. But I'm not a statistician. I'm going Canberra. I'll go 1 to 12. I don't think the Dragons will be as pathetic as they've been in the last fortnight. I'll go Raiders 1 to 12.
But Raiders been playing well. I've got Raiders 1 to 12 as well. So, who knows, might be looking at a big fat 0 this week.
Yeah.
Let's hope not.
Well, weirder things have happened.
Okay, then we go over to Accor Stadium at 5:30. Back over at Accor. Bulldogs and Cowboys. Bulldogs in 5th, Cowboys 6th. Bulldogs paying $1.71 and Cowboys are $2.14. Interesting.
Yep.
This
it's amazing this week.
For both, yeah.
It's actually an amazing round. We've got 5th versus 6th. We've got 8th versus 9th. We've got 10th versus 11th and 16 versus 17. There's a lot of really close games this week.
It's
all
amazing. Orchestrated that way.
I wish.
Yeah.
No. Bronson Jerry's out. I'm not sure why. But Matt Burton's a huge loss.
Yeah, he's out. Yeah, wow. I've just seen that.
He's going to be out this week. Drew Hutchinson comes in. I don't think they've had the direction with Hutchinson to win this game. I think I'm still going to go Bulldogs.
Yeah.
At home, I think there'll be plenty of Bulldogs fans. And well done, Bulldogs fans, by the way.
Last week it was crazy.
Big clap, Bulldogs fans. I'll say and Manly fans, but you don't cross the bridge, you know it. Bulldogs fans, 25,500?
I thought it was more than that.
35?
Did it go in the 30s? I went in the 30s, yeah.
35,500, I think it was, on a Friday night 6 o'clock slot, which no one wants. Like all the Bulldogs must have left the kebab shops early that night to get there to that game early. Well done. I'm bummed about the result.
Yeah.
But Bulldogs fans, they'll be out in force 5:30 Saturday afternoon. There could be 50,000 at this game. Bulldogs fans know their team needs them after last week's loss. Bulldogs fans stick by their team. South fans, you're listening? South fans, turn up Friday night. Bloody...
Well, yeah, it's only a
couple. Frustrates me when we get there and there's 2,000 people there, Breno.
There's only a couple more people there than when we were there the other week.
Yeah, but Bulldogs fans, they turn up. They're going to have a big crowd there. The Cowboys will have a hard time. I'm going Bulldogs 1 to 12.
Yeah, me too. Bulldogs 1 to 12.
1 to 12, baby.
Then on the 7:35 game on Saturday, we go to Bluebet for the Panthers and Titans. Panthers 2nd, Titans 14th. Panthers are paying $1.13. Not surprised there. And Titans $6.05. Wow.
That's great odds in a 2-horse race. And I think if it was during the season, the Panthers might accidentally lose this one again. They've done that a few times with some $6 bets on the other team. Interestingly, but no, I can't see anything but Panthers 13 plus.
Yeah, I've got Panthers 13.
Titans have nothing to play for. They've shown in the last couple of weeks that they've given up. They've been really poor. Panthers will just smash them.
It's sad.
Maybe not smash them. Are they 16? It won't be like 50. It'll just be 16 or 18.
All season, we've been sitting here saying how good the Titans have looked. Like they've been playing really good football. They just cannot get that win. And things could have been different for them if they picked up a couple of wins. But they've just switched off the last few games, and they're not playing anymore.
There was that period from probably around round 5 to about round 14. In that period, I think they lost 7 or 8 of the 9 games by 2 or 4 points.
Wasn't much.
Like they were in every one of them, and my God, if they just got a couple of those wins, there's no 8th place playoff this week, mate. They'd already be in. So I think Des can build off that.
Yeah. I
think keeping what's his name, Dave Taylor, next year is a big boost for them. Not Dave Taylor. That's that Rabbitohs guy from way back. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The big guy. The big
Fafita.
guy. Fafita.
Yeah.
Dave Fafita. Keeping Dave Fafita. I've just had a mental blank. Keeping Dave Fafita in the team next year. Fasua Malawi will be back. He did his ACL earlier this year. He'll be back. I think the Titans can be a bit more confident about where they're heading next year, but they've got to win the close ones. Yeah. That's where they've fallen down this year. Panthers 13 plus.
Did I say that? Yeah, Panthers 13 plus.
Panthers 13 plus.
All right, we go over to Four Pines Stadium. Where's that at? Brookvale.
Okay.
Seagulls and the Sharks. Seagulls 7th, Sharks 4th. It's a very important game for both these teams. Seagulls actually paying $1.82. Sharks $2.04. As we said before, Seagulls have lost Saab and Travojevic. Can they do it without him?
It's an interesting one. Sharks have got Jesse Ramian straight back into the starting lineup. Ronaldo Mulatalo straight back into the starting lineup. And Sasaya Fida Talakai onto the bench. He's on the extended bench. They've dropped Samuel Stone Street, I think has been fantastic. My daughter even saw him at the Miranda RSL nightclub after the loss. Just across the room. They didn't say anything to each other, but he was out there with Mulatalo.
Wasn't Mr. Troll, was he?
No, there's no white lines going on there. But there'll be people hanging off the roof, I reckon, this week, Breno, out of Brookvale Oval. It'll be a packed house.
Yeah.
Sharks horrific record at Brookvale Oval. I haven't got the stats in front of me. Team stats 24. They played 37 times since 98, 24 times to Manly, 13 to the Sharks. The Manly home record is what's got them. They've won so many more games at home against the Sharks than they probably should. Yeah, I'm nervous about the Sharks in this one, but no Tommy Turbo, no Jason Saab. That takes a lot of strike power out of their back line. I'm going to sneak in a Sharks 1-12. They got them last year 20-14, 1-12. I think they're going to do it again.
I've put here Seagulls 1-12, but I don't know now. I'm going to have to toss a coin, but I'll stick with it. Seagulls 1-12.
Yep. If Sharks lose this one, actually, they can't be out of fourth, so it doesn't matter. We've already been.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're locked into fourth. Yeah, well, they can go up.
Yeah, Sharks 1-12. I think they'll have enough with Tommy and Saab out. I just don't think there's enough firepower in that back line.
All right, you can't script this any better. It comes down to the last game of the regular season to decide the final spot in the top 8. Everyone get ready for the duel. Knights versus Dolphins, who will take the last spot in the final series at Ronald McDonald Jones Stadium, 4:05 on Sunday. Knights and the Dolphins. Knights, Dolphins in the 8. But what's going to happen here? Knights are paying $1.72. Look at that. Dolphins $2.13.
Yep.
And there's not many changes. I think actually no, Frizzell's back. Gamble's
Frizzell
back.
is back.
KPP's back.
Brizzy's back. Tyson Gamble on the bench as well. Yeah, this will be an absolute cracker. I'm going to have popcorn. I don't even eat popcorn. I'm going to have popcorn. 4:00 on Sunday. I'm going to be watching this one with all of you out there. Yep, a few cans. And this will be a dead set cracker. I really don't know who to go. I think it's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be a draw, but I think it's going to be 1 or 2 points in it. It could be a field goal that changes it. Wayne Bennett masterstroke last week against the Broncos. Took out all of the players that he thought was not doing any good. Put in Sean O'Sullivan. Had a blinder. Who was the other bloke? Trey Fuller came in. Had a blinder. They moved Asako to the win. Had a blinder. It was just brilliant. What they haven't been able to do, Breno, is back it up.
Yeah.
They've been able to make changes like this, but they've not been able to do it the next week. For that reason, and the fact that it's the Knights at home, I'm going Newcastle 1-12 in this one.
Knights 1-12, yeah. Cool, can't
wait.
But
my God, it's going to be a great game.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah,
it's
get in the chat for this one. This is going to be lively.
Semi-finals a week early, ladies and gentlemen. Right here. Remember the old fifth place playoffs. Remember those? So in the old days, I don't know if anyone knows, but in the old days, there was a top 5. And if you came 5th and 6th at the same points, there would be a 5th place playoff. And I remember in 1984, the Rabbitohs played the Raiders in the 5th place playoff, and we smashed them. It was like 29-4 or something stupid. And then we beat Manly the next week, 14-0 down in the first half to come back and win 28-18, I'm going to say. That doesn't feel right. 22-18 was the score. And then Dragons absolutely flogged us the next week, mostly due to us punching instead of playing football. There were 2 times where the Dragons scored all in brawls, and they just kept playing and scored against 3 men, and then the ref went back and sorted the fight out. We didn't keep our heads that day. But, yeah, the old playoffs, I miss them. And we've got one this week.
I love your stories. They're great.
Oh, thank you.
So here's a little... the lowdown, they call it. So Storm's obviously locked into minor premiers. Panthers finish second if they beat the Titans. Roosters finish second if they beat Rabbitohs, and Panthers lose to the Titans. So if Seagulls beat the Sharks, they will host a home elimination final week 1. Sharks can finish between second and 4th if they win. That's a really weird statement anyway. Winner of Bulldogs and Cowboys, so that will take 5th place and will host a home elimination in week 1. Winner of Dolphins and Knights, as we just said, they will take 8th spot. And Dolphins versus Knights ends in a draw. Why is it? I'm going to cross that out. Winner of Dragons and Raiders will take 8th.
It's like Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Say his name 3 times. He hears. You keep saying draw. It's going to be a freaking draw.
I won't have a TV if that happens.
No, that wouldn't be good. But yeah, Manly is 7th. So all they have to do is beat the Sharks and they will come 5th or 6th because the Cowboys 6th play the Bulldogs 5th. So they will get a home semi against the loser pretty much of that game, right? If I'm reading that correctly, because Bulldogs will go 5th, Manly will go 6th. They'll end up playing the Cowboys, yeah. So pretty much the loser of that game will play against Manly in week 1 of the finals, should Manly win.
So next week we'll have the list up there of all the breakdowns of where all the teams are going to end up in that top 8. The finals kick off next week. Can't wait.
Oh, can't wait either, Breno. It's going to be awesome. What's
the little glove for
on there? What's the little glove?
Because it's a duel. 8-spot duel. I challenge you to a duel.
You need the speary things. What are they called? The
jousting sticks.
The sticks with the iron cover. No, the swords. Remember the duel? The cha-cha.
P.J.'s tip of the week.
Yeah, last week's it started so positive, Breno. Cowboys 1-12. I tipped that. Bing, bing. Panthers 13 plus. I picked that. Bing, bing. But then the bloody Broncos. I know you PNG fans out there, you love your Broncos. I'm sure you're as disappointed as I am. I was heading to my perfect round, heading to my multi of the year, the first one. But it wasn't to be. And anyway, Roosters totally screwed me on Sunday anyway. So this week, here is the tip. Are you ready? Storm, 13 plus. Ding! I'm going Roosters, 1-12. I'm going Panthers, 13 plus, but maybe 1-12. Oh, we'll go 13 plus. Panthers, 13 plus. And I'm going Sharks 1-12. So just recapping, Storm 13 plus against the Broncos. They're going to have a very bad end of the season. Roosters 1-12 against the Bunnies. Panthers 13 plus against the hapless Titans. And the Sharks 1-12 against Manly. Gamble responsibly, but yeah, just gamble responsibly. Don't listen to me.
P.J.'s tip of the week.
Yeah, I think next year.
One of your best.
I think next year I got to change something. I haven't got one right all year. Like how do I turn around to the fans and go, put that one on? but maybe put that one on.
Maybe look into a same game multi.
Yeah, I think next year we might have to multi-rise it up and look at try scorers. And I know the PNG guys, how you going? Love their halftime scores. I can't even pick a bloody full-time score. I don't know why you're bothering to try and pick a halftime score as well. Yeah, but anyway, tough, Warriors have the bye this week. Their season's over. All the best to our Warriors fans across the ditch.
So there are some interesting games this weekend. One, you got the Spoon Bowl on Friday night with the Tigers and Para. Loser takes the spoon. Then we have the 8th spot duel, Knights versus Dolphins. Shout out to Samantha. Good luck, mate.
Good luck.
Winner gets the 8th final spot.
Yep.
Then next week, guys, we are going to rip into the first week of the finals, so you don't want to miss out on next week's show. Plus, we've got some more stuff coming up for you very soon. We're looking into doing a review for each team from 2024 season. So keep an eye out for your favourite team, see what we think, and let us know what you think as well. But I think that's all.
We will start from last place, ladies and jellyfish. We will start from 17th and work our way all the way through to number 3, just before our grand final show, which is going to be exciting. Hopefully it's not going to be Panthers Storm, but hey, you never know what happens. But we'll work it all the way through. And then maybe after the grand final, we do a recap on 2 versus 1. What do you reckon? Because we won't know the answer of who's second and first until after that game.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you follow your team's show. We'd love to know who the most popular team is as well. So we're going to be watching how many people watch it. It'd be cool.
I think that's all we've got time for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Hope you enjoy all the footy action this weekend. Can't wait to come back next week and do it all over again. Of course, good doing it with you, PJ. And hope you enjoy the footy, mate.
Yep. Good luck, Breno. I hope your boys get home in the 8th place playoff. Please. And I hope my bunnies can beat the Roosters in the rivalry of the century. Hate them. Ugh. Yuck. Never.
Until then, footy fans, good night and take it easy.
All the best.
Bye-bye.
Hope your team wins.
Good night.
Thanks for tuning in to another action-packed episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out all of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 action on our Facebook group page. Come and join the chat. Goodbye.